You going.
Remember that name, Good Pizza, with 3 Z's, baby, 3 Z's.
Yeah, man. Well, I appreciate y'all taking the time to talk with us today.
Nah,
Brother
man, it's an
Groomed,
honor to be here, man.
Yes,
Brother
sir.
Ramon, you know
Yes,
what
sir.
I'm saying? Happy
Yes,
Munkey
sir.
in the building. Live here at Work and Roll NYC, you feel me? So, yeah, man, we're going to dive into the stories about the come up, you know, when you got in the game, started hustling, et cetera, et cetera. So how Happy Munkey started. But before we do that, we're going to hit it with the story behind the story, you know what I'm saying? I want to learn about the come up, you know. What was the shorty like, coming up in Uptown, bro? So Vlad, you from Uptown, right?
Harlem, yeah,
Harlem,
Sugar Hill. So yeah, nah, it was
Talk to me.
it was rough, man. You know, come from humble beginnings. You know, mom's first generation, so like came straight from the Dominican Republic here. I'm the first one, and my brother and sister to be born here.
Nice.
So you know, single mother. You know, 80s Uptown Harlem. Dangerous, you know, we grew up poor, coupons, welfare,
Yeah.
1-bedroom apartment. Mom sleeps in the bedroom, me and my little brother sleep in bunk beds in the living room, like, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Like real,
Crack
you know,
era, too.
Crack era, hard.
Yeah, don't forget about that.
So,
Absolutely.
That's a different
so yeah,
story.
so it was rough, but the crazy part is that it seems more rough now looking back, but at the moment, that's all we knew, and everybody was kind of like in the similar situation.
Yeah.
So we thought it was normal. We was making the best of it because like we was talking about earlier, you know, it was the outside era, right? So like we going through all this at home, but we're never home. It's that era, yo, come home before the sun go down.
Yeah.
So we out all day playing manhunt, playing hot piece of butter, playing tag, playing basketball, playing football. So we just like, the streets is our playground, even though we stepping on crack vials and, you know, somebody got shot or whatever. We don't know that there's anything different.
It's
so
regular shit.
it's just regular shit.
Yeah.
So like, you know, we going and, you know, enjoying life, like, you know, up there, you know, 139th and Broadway, that's where I was born and raised at. Like, you know, the whole Uptown thing is like, now I look back and the world seems so big, right, JP?
Yeah,
because back then, it was like your block was like a town.
Yeah.
And then it's like, yo, Ramon is from like these blocks up there. That's like 20 towns away. Like you wouldn't go.
That's how it works.
It was like more, like how can I put it? Like, you know, you wouldn't go outside of your zone without somebody too much. So like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, we'd be like, yo, this block plays again, this block in basketball and manhunt. And it was like a lot of that stuff. And, you know, we in the fire hydrant in the summer, throwing everybody in the pump. And it was like, you know, like I said, it was rough and humble, like on the financial and the situation side. But when it come to like the childhood, it was a great childhood because there was that community, like we were talking earlier about, you know, my colleague Vanessa, like, you know, yo, go to the bodega. Mama Love says, yo, tell them I need that $20 worth of stuff on the arm and I sent you. And you know what I mean? It was like, even though it was
real
rough, it was real community, you know what I
man.
mean? Because, you know, Dominicans was like real heavy up there. So it's like if you was like a little Dominican Republic, like people came here, you didn't even have to speak English, so it was cool growing up there, man. And then went to school, elementary school, like a block away from where I grew up at, PSO 92. You know what I mean? And you know, so from I would say from like 12 before 12, it was just like, you know, just like you said, local community. You know, just having fun. Doing little stuff like that, going on hooky parties. The worst thing was like, you know, a young getting on the train and going to ride around to cut school. But when I was, I tell you when it started to go left, JP, when I was like 10 years old in elementary school, like 5th grade, me and like 2 of my little homies took the train. You know Home Alone, FAO Schwartz?
FAO Schwartz,
So
yeah.
we went cutting school in there to play with the toys. We saw FAO Schwartz. And then we got this crazy idea like, yo, we're going to steal some watches and put them in our book bag. And when we got out, you already know they call our parents. You know what I mean? But that was like, you know,
Yeah, and they went and try to clear out FAO shorts, son. The balls on these kids.
Hey, you in New York, man.
It was fun though.
man.
It was fun though. Like I said,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it was like we didn't know how dangerous and how messed up it was because we didn't know anything. But it was fun and it was like real community.
What was you into in high school? Were you in sports? Were you just playing the block? Like what you liked?
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you, man. Like, that's the only thing. I started early in the game, so I would say like that's why I said until 12 because by 12 I wasn't exactly like selling drugs or weed yet, but I was already like interning. So like we said, like where I'm from, there used to be a 100 to 500 drug dealers on every block. They couldn't move. They had like real sophisticated organizations. So now I'm like the Bronx Tail kid. Like, yo, nobody could leave the block. They all got to be here for shifts. Yo, go to the cleaners first, go to the McDonald's first, go to the Chinese for yours. Yo, everybody give them $200 at the end of the week. So it's like I'm like just for.
You're falling in love with this shit.
Come on, man.
So that's what starts happening at 12. So I don't play sports. I lose part of that 12 to 18 childhood because I started that internship so early.
Yeah, you did. Well, it served you well in your hustle career. That's for sure.
Of course.
It groomed you well, my friend. So let's dive over to Ramon's story because I feel like your paths are going to intertwine soon. Am I right?
Absolutely,
Right,
absolutely,
cool. So,
right.
Ramon, take us from the beginning, brother.
So
you in the Heights, right?
I'm a little bit further up, right? He's on 139th, I'm on 157, right?
Okay.
So I'm able to grow up, with the 157 kids and the kids from 156. We kind of intertwine.
Okay.
Because on 155th and Broadway is gas station and cemetery, right? That's it. 155th is where Harlem finally becomes Washington Heights.
Okay.
Because on 155th, 8th Ave is still Harlem, but once you kind of come up that hill, that bridge, there's desolate, you know what I mean? It's just cemetery, there's a school, and then once you get to Broadway, it becomes Washington Heights.
Got
So
you,
156, 157 is where I kind of grew up at.
I always wondered that. Thank you.
Yeah. There you
Where's
go.
it start, man?
There you go, that's where it starts. So me and Vlad actually went to the same junior high school.
Okay.
And then we actually ended up going to the same high school for whatever year, some change that he went to high school for.
Okay.
We ended up in the same high school. So we always been around the same circles, but I grew up a little bit further up there. So for me, kind of the same background as him, right? Mom's Dominican, pops is Dominican, first generation. But I got older brothers, right? So I'm like legacy by default because my older brothers was in the game already, right? So by the time I even hit the stoop, everybody knew me, the neighborhood knows me. I could go outside at 10 years old to the store because he said, yo, my moms already know the person from the bodega. They was in DR together, So it's like the same similar situation, right? But, with me, it was like already legacy, right? And I was able to still tap into some of my childhood and still, pretty much intern, like he says, right?
Sure.
But for me, I was kind of like, at 12, 13 is when I first started to smoke, right? So now I'm starting to smoke. But before I even step outside, like I told you, I was already groomed. I knew how to count stacks of money. I knew how to load a gun. I know what a brick was. I know what a half a brick. Like I already know these things already before I even coming outside.
How many grams in an ounce?
Shit
like that.
Like it was weird. Like
metric skills.
I seen the triples. The
triple beams.
The triple beams, and I grew up around
Cowboy
these things.
shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I saw these things already, right? So I know what it was before I even came outside. Then I came outside, right?
Yeah.
And then in my era, it was that, my brothers did bids, right? So by the time like 95 came, my brother was already in jail doing a bid. So I had to kind of like come on my own and figure it out, start smoking a little bit.
For sure.
And I started like everybody. I started as a consumer, right? And I was playing a little bit outside. You intern a little bit for the drug dealers outside. They don't know English, so you translate for them a little bit.
Oh, no shit.
You know what I mean? And you make a little money with that, and maybe you look out, and maybe, here, hold this for the night. I'll see you tomorrow. All these things. And that's what kind of grew him into everything. I was like, so for me, it was like him, right? I saw all the like glory of it, right? Like I seen all the like fresh, even though I seen the fucked up part, because my brothers at home was already in jail. I was already going to visit. I knew that part, right? I knew having to send money, having to send packages, you know, all that shit with my mom. Like I seen all of these things. Exactly, right? So I'm seeing all this and I'm like, damn, you know, this is it for me type of shit though. Like what else am I supposed to do? Like, you know what I mean? This is what I know how to do, right? In high school, once I got to high school though, things kind of changed, right? Because in junior high school, we went to Iowa 36. It was a little bit different. It was like gangland. The shit was no joke. Like if you had the wrong jacket on, a book bag on, don't walk home by yourself. You know what I mean? Shit like that. But now I'm getting to high school. I'm getting to G-Dubs. Everybody's fly. There's drug dealers in school. Niggas is coming to school in
You got to tell
cars.
what G-Dubs is, so make sure everybody that's not from New York,
So
whatever.
G-Dubs,
George Washington Bridge?
It's George Washington High School. At the time,
Okay,
it ain't
we
called
call it
G-Dubs
G-Dub,
anymore.
the bridge,
So we call it G-Dubs, right? G-Dubs, the G-Dubs Bridge, but G-Dubs was the school. This is the local school, right? This is the local school. And anybody from Washington Heights to Dykeman went to this school. And, you know, at the time, you know, you got players like Vlad going to school for a little bit, right? You got other friends who became legends in their own going to the school. They got chains on. We talking teenagers. We're not talking about the grown adults in college. We talking about anywhere from 14 to 16, 17 years old.
Shit on.
Yeah.
People driving to high school
They driving
and
to high
Benzes.
school, you know, smoking and all this stuff. You know, I'm wearing my brother's jackets and shit. You know what I mean? I'm, you know, there's Coogis on. Motherfuckers is in school in Coogis, you know. So it's crazy. So this is the type of energy that
I'm going to school iceberged out.
Yeah,
Without
you
the
know,
iceberg.
come on, man. Like, you know, and this is 1997, 1998 situations. You know, Hayes is finally outside. You know,
Full effect.
So it's like a whole different like vibe uptown. You know, and this is what we kind of grew up on, man. We grew up on the Goodfellas things. You know what I mean? And then the 90s, like I said, was like a different time uptown. Hayes and all the exotic weeds in the late 90s for us is when it was really, really popping. Like that's when they got shaken, you know? So now this is kind of like the era we coming up with. Now Vlad at the time is now opening up his spot. You know what I'm saying? It's 1998 for me. I'm still interning. While Vlad is still, you know what I mean? Just to give you due perspectives, even though I knew all the older players already, because of my older brothers already, right? So I was already like, you know, shaking it a little bit for them, but then I'm on my block every day, right?
Got you.
Things changed a little bit towards once, you know, the millennium started coming, 99, 2000. Now I'm out of high school, now I'm driving, now I got my own situation going. My brother come out of jail. Things change, you know, now I know all the players or the growers. You know, now I'm going to Miami. Now, you know, now shit is changing. Now Vlad's in the same loop, but now Vlad is in the loop in the city. Okay. Right? So now for me, it's a little bit different because my generation skipped. You know, I'm hanging out with the older guys. The older guys are telling me, yo, somebody got to go to Miami. Send Ramon. Ramon good. He waiting. You know what I mean? So he got it. You know what I mean? Send him with the bag. You know, that's what I was on already. Okay. You know, back then, you know.
You was out there getting the piff from Miami, taking those trips. Because Kev was telling me about that. I was like, yo, where the fuck was all the piff coming from?
All the piff.
You was fucking growing in here? Where did it go? Like, and that was part of the equation.
Yeah, most guys, you know, were getting it from Miami, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want to say at the time, everybody I knew was going to Miami to get piff.
Me too.
You know?
Let's just talk about how shady of a ride that was, bro.
Oh.
Dog, 95.
That 95.
California, like, they could shoot down Route 5. You in the same state, same plates, all good. Same cops. Yeah, 95?
95.
You in different states, different weird-ass little towns.
Yo, guys got clever, man.
At Bible Belt.
Guys got clever. Guys got clever. Because I went up and down the route a couple times, you know, in different types of ways. And it's... Honestly, man, it's luck, bro. Like you gotta have luck on your side. You gotta be disciplined as well. Like you gotta time it. You know what I mean? You can't drive over certain states in the middle of the night. No. I don't suggest that, especially somebody that look like me. You shouldn't be driving.
Just what it is,
let's be realistic. You know what I mean? Like you're not driving through the Bible Belt in the middle of the night. Like that's not a good idea.
Look for
So
you.
so the guys were getting real clever about it because you had to be clever, and you were getting a lot of people got stopped. ICE was stopping everybody. You know, they was bagging people with money. All sorts of shit. So you had to get clever. And, you know, I think that's when a lot of the like integrating of the growing started happening because people weren't there wasn't a lot of growers uptown. Kevin them are rare. They were like a rare group amongst people because uptown high schools was not growing. Money distributors. It was like money.
So it was hustlers.
Yeah, it was hustlers already. So there was it really didn't make no sense to go to Miami if you had a spot because you was already, everything was already here. So to you, it was just a numbers game. If you had a spot, it ain't necessarily.
To give you an example, like exactly what Ramon was talking about, like me, like I'll be honest with you, like that whole Hayes era, I never went to Miami once.
Right.
I never was like he said, like they didn't. I wasn't even thinking about growing JP. You know why? Because it's just like I'm doing 30, 40, 50 grand a day retail, like. I don't care who grew it. So by the time it takes you 120 days to grow your pack, I bought 5 loads like you. You know what I mean? Because I'm running through it so fast. So I have no interest in that.
Sure. Right.
Like he said, like you don't need to.
No doubt.
And like like you said, like he's saying, like I'm paying $6,500 and I'm getting 13,000. I don't care how many points you make in JP. I don't really care. I just need more of it.
Yeah, I got a breakdown, bro.
Yeah.
I got a spot that's clicking. I don't give a fuck about your points.
No, right. So it makes no sense.
All the way down.
And that was the majority, right? Ramon only
And
a
they sound like
few.
cracks, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like Ramon said, there wasn't too many people. Like you had to really care and be into some passion shit, like Ramon said.
You had to be on
doing
some
that.
passion shit. You had to be like a lot of guys that I know that transitioned from moving bricks to moving weed now because now that's an actually market because that market was built by these guys. You know what I'm saying? Like that market wasn't all of a sudden like, oh, millions of dollars. No, these guys build these $1 million spots.
For sure.
So now what happens is, oh shit, that the evolution is, okay, well, now we gotta send somebody from the team to Miami to go get it. Because now that's the next evolution of it, right? And now the other guys that were moving bricks, now they're like, fuck it, now we can make money with weed with the same shit. So now let's start putting money into weed. So now these guys start growing and start becoming suppliers, but not necessarily retailers.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this is kind of like the difference, and I like to say that because there's a difference between the East Coast guy and the difference between the West Coast guys, and I don't like to say the difference, but this is the difference in the culture. Difference in the culture is that somebody in your clique, if you grew up in Oakland, right? Somebody in your clique grows weed.
That's a fact.
That's like easy. It don't gotta be you, whether you white, Chinese,
Yeah, it's
black.
fact.
Somebody in your clique, somebody you know
Off
grows weed. That shit is easy. Us, growing up in New York, no matter whether you in Queens, Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan, don't matter where you at. Somebody in your clique sells weed.
Yeah.
Somebody pushing.
Yeah.
Somebody shaking and baking. See,
That was me.
so this is kind of like the difference in the
yeah.
culture that somebody is either shaking and baking in your clique because this is what New York is.
Yeah,
Somebody's
man.
got it. Like you the plug, you got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's for me. That's the difference in the cultures when it comes to that.
What's up, guys? Just want to take a quick second to shout out my sponsors over at Grove Bags. Listen, Grove Bags are hands down the best way to store your cannabis. Forget jars, forget Mylars. Nobody does it like Grove Bags. Listen, it's a 6-layer, non-static bag. State-of-the-art technology. It's gonna keep your weed fresher for longer. It keeps your cannabis between 58 and 62% humidity at all times, the optimal humidity to store cannabis. It's gonna increase your shelf life, help prevent mold, weight reduction. Hands down, it's the best product out there. We don't use anything but Grove Bags at Good Pizza. And especially if your product is in stores, we all know there's some shelf life issues at the stores. This is gonna keep your product lasting longer on those shelves. So when your customer goes to try it, it's gonna be fresh cannabis. Listen, if you wanna store your cannabis the proper way, use Grove Bags. Use promo code PIZZA with 3 Z's. That's PIZZZA. Tell them Good Pizza sent you.
And I think that's what made us here, and things that changed for us once we started seeing like, oh shit, this is a real thing. So now you got the rare guys like the Kevs and that clique that becomes growers and suppliers now.
So that was rare.
Yeah, that was rare.
I mean, the way Kev explained it was like that shit was regular, but that was his experience. That was his life. I was hearing
experience.
his story through his eyes. So
Yeah,
like,
because my brother is the same. Like my brother became a grower, right? So these are people who like
That's
they
dope.
changed the game, right?
It was rare though.
It was
But that's
very
ill,
rare.
though. That's
Yeah.
ill because they could talk that shit, bro. Like,
because
nice
it's like he
reps,
just
bro.
broke it down to you. Think about it, because you was around JP, because
Yeah.
you was right there, Judge. You was in the mix of
Yeah,
everything
bro.
that's happening. We all the same age, right? We
Yeah,
were 40.
yeah, bro.
So think about it, right? Like he said, like how dudes transition from the brick and the cocaine to weed. Like he said on the wholesale game, they go like this, JP. So, okay, so y'all making like a G off of a pound and 2 G's off of a pound wholesale? So how much is that? Oh, so a brick costs 25, 30. So so I get that. Oh no, so you let me get half an M real quick and let's just
bro.
you get what I'm trying. It don't make sense to the rest of the world, but that was like
And
a
plus, you look at
no-brainer
the
for them.
charges, bro.
Yes.
Look at the
So
charges.
now the
And then
charges
like,
is
bro,
less.
I can get caught with this much weed or one brick and like.
So that's what like brung what Ramon, that era that Ramon said brung the scale up.
Yes.
Because they bringing in bigger bread.
Yeah.
And creating more bigger organizations on the wholesale tip.
That's how these organizations, these corners got so fucking big, bro.
Yeah, man, it just got bigger because the retail was already huge. It was already generating millions of dollars. Like that's it. Motherfuckers was rocking and niggas was going back and forth from Miami. Some people were there, some people didn't. But it was like an insane situation, right? So back to me and Vlad at this point, 2000s, we in the same circles, but different, aspects, right? Because now I'm coming in and out of town. He's rocking in town. I'm like a ghost. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not really like.
So you taking trips, you're posted.
Yeah, I'm posted because like I never really did the out of town back then because I had a block. You know how that was already. I had a block already popping. So I first started only with retail in '98. Like so, the way it started was when I was doing that internist thing, translating, started getting in the game. I started smoking at 12. I want to point this out about like the whole community thing was. So remember how they was looking out for me and giving me the good, for interning 200, everybody giving me money every week. So when I start smoking, because Dominicans is like conservatives, especially like the Dominicans from the Dominican, like they conservative and they not with like in the mentality of their mentality, it's like you can sell all the drugs you want, but you can't use drugs. And to them back then, cannabis was kind of like a drug. So then I start smoking at 12. They stopped the intern. They're like, nah. You going the wrong way. You gotta stay in school. But the OGs, they don't. But nah. We're not jacking that.
Era, it wasn't cool to do drugs.
No,
it was cool to sell drugs.
Cool. Yeah,
it's different now. Continue.
Yeah.
So now I gotta start going and doing more than the intern and going to other blocks to carry the hustle, the transit to do more because once I start smoking, I'm not like the golden boy no more for them. They're like interning, that's how it was. Cause they're like, yo, we know you, tough love. Like we know your mom was like, nah, you're not gonna be doing that on our watch. Like go do your thing somewhere else. Like if you ain't doing these certain things, we not. You know what I mean? The OGs, it was militant back then.
Yeah, but don't get it twisted. Like everybody has to start on the block. Like I started on my blocks, right? Like I know how to pitch, I know how to manage, I know how to, I did all that. You know what I mean? But then I also did, I was a mule. You know what I mean? I was fucking a middleman. I was assisted grow houses. Like I know what it takes to do 110 days. Like I know what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like. I've seen all aspects of the Hayes game turn into the Cali game, you know what I mean? Like we did all of that, the intertwine started becoming in after like all this started changing. Like once we seen like a lot of our friends go, they're dead, locked up, deported, retired, some guys quit. So, once we started seeing all that, that's when me and Vlad started really bonding, right? So now all these things are kind of like happening, the Hayes era is kind of, Sour's here, Gorilla's here, now the Cali era is here. Like things are really changing.
And I did a bid too.
He did
and I
two
just
bids.
came home.
He did 2 bids.
Like when every talking about it, like from the second bid, I just came home and all this stuff that Ramon said has changed, and now our perspective is where I was down. I did 1 year the first time, and then I did 3 years the second time. So now I'm coming home from the second time. Like Ramon said, all of that, the game then changed. People deported, everything changed. So then that's when we start looking at things different.
And this is around what year? So I have my timeline.
It's like I came home like 2011.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
2011. And then from there, it was kind of like, yo, bro. things ain't the same, and I know because we know all the same players. It was
No
like
doubt.
a lot of these players are not here. Whoever's left is, hands off. Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me. Don't
Like
call me.
Cam,
Don't
like
call
I'm
me.
in the shadows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ain't like it used to be. You can't bump into these guys in the clubs like we used to.
Yeah, no
Like
shit,
things has
man.
changed.
Everybody got low.
Yeah, because
A lot of
things
dudes
changed.
is telling.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to do biz no more, JP, in this new era.
Yeah, it's people
So-
snitches stopped getting stitches at one point. I don't know what happened, but man, the game changed, bro.
But the game changed, and for us, it was kind of the same, and we were already doing things, and then it was like a transition needed to happen.
No doubt.
We was feeling it, we just didn't know how. You know what I mean? We
Right.
didn't know how it was gonna come, right? And we taken the, we both personally had our own experiences apart from each other and then with each other, right? We was again in the same circles before he was doing his bid, so it was kind of like the same thing anyway.
sure.
We always, if I heard something, I let him know he heard. So we was kind of like already in the same circles. So by the time he came home, it was like, that's it. It was kind of like, we rocking with each other, and we went back and forth and around the world together. And by the time, like 2015, 2016, we were like, damn, bro, like, what's next? There was, to be honest, there was nothing else, because other than that, it's like, what you gonna do, become a grower or some shit like that? Me and him don't grow. We like to shake and we like to be outside. So it was like, I leave that shit to like my brothers and then all of our friends that know how to do that. So it was like, that's up to them. So what's next for us, right? And then I went to Amsterdam. I went on a Europe trip, and I went to Amsterdam. When I went to Amsterdam and saw how the cafes run, that's what kind of changed. That's what kind of turned the light on for me.
Okay.
I said, oh shit. I'm gonna come back, and this is what I'm gonna tell Vlad. This is what we gonna do. And I ain't talk about making any money. Like, I just said, like, this is what we gonna do, bro. I know y'all gonna figure it out. We got the weed shit. Like, y'all gonna figure it out with the money shit, but this we gonna do, right? And I hound them down for like about, I don't know, 8 months, a year, hounding them down, until they was like, you know what? Fuck it, come on, let's do whatever you want to do, Ramon. We go, and I was like, hey, this is what we gonna do. We gonna call it Happy Munkey. The shit I was already rocking. Like, I had this shit out 2-3 months before.
What?
And
Tell
I had
me the origins of the name, please, because that was one of my questions. How did you come up with that?
So Happy Munkey, right? It was organic, bro, and it was like a bunch of things happening at the same time, right? So at the time, I saw that there were brands coming out on social media showing pounds, the sessions and all that shit, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of the brands were coming out real aggressive, right? I was like, but we already lived that aggressive lifestyle. I don't want to, that's not what we trying to go through, right? So I was like, monkeys were already kind of like my spirit animal shit. Like, this was something that I was always like attracted to. And I was like, you know what? I want to make something fun. And like, when people say it, they smile and they feel good. And I don't want to be a tough brand. Like, I don't want, you know what I mean? Like, that's not what we...
It's more inclusive.
Yeah. So I was like, we gonna call this shit Happy Munkey. And I started the Instagram like in June 2017 or something like that.
Okay.
And 2017, September 15, 2017 was our first event.
Nice, bro.
And it hit, like, I'm gonna keep it real, like, it was like a hit for us because we didn't expect it, right? We was just expecting, fuck it, people gonna come, have fun, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was actually a hit. And then it went from once a month to once a week to, yo, guys, just fucking do as many parties as you want to type of shit. And it became a thing for us.
Shit,
yeah,
bro.
and this is like before Instagram. Like, we wasn't inviting people on Instagram yet. We wasn't doing anything. We
no
already had a
flyers
network of
on
people. Yeah, no
Instagram,
flyers,
you
no
know what
any
I'm
of
saying?
that.
It's just that
No
you gotta remember,
Eventbrites.
like me, him, and my other two partners, Jay and O, shout out to them. Like, we all born and raised in New York.
No doubt.
So just us, just
Pull a
invite
crowd.
all the family and friends that we all know.
And it trickles out.
That is what that's how it started. Like, we didn't expect it to get the way it got.
And the fact that we from uptown and we bringing it downtown, right? That already gave people like, okay, well, this sounds kind of like it's something, right? Because if you from uptown and you got to go all the way to 38th Street, you're like, oh, this ain't no like crazy shit. But you
Yeah.
walk in and you get surprised because it's like I said, it was a speakeasy, so you don't know what it is. You walking into an elevator, and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
You get serviced a certain way. You get your shit, you get to smoke, you get to hang out, and you get to meet people that you wouldn't meet on the regular. So
No doubt.
so it kind of like created this vibe and this hub for everybody that you wouldn't expect, bro. And it became a thing. Like word of mouth was really what it was. We couldn't even contain it. So then we was like, all right, once we saw, we got ahead of it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Now let's start really fucking with the social media. Let's start really getting merch. Let's start really, making it an actual brand instead of making it a product, right? Because at the time it was still illegal. So we was like, I'm not gonna make nothing into a product if we trying to do a legal brand, right? So that's really what it was. So we was like, fuck it, let's make this into a lifestyle brand until we can actually make it into something tangible.
My man's being humble, man. Like, you got to think about it, brother. Like, this is 2017. You from over here.
Yeah, it wasn't good out here.
38th Street, 5,000 square feet. You go up in the elevator. You don't know where you're going. You come up just like here, last floor. You open up. There's a receptionist waiting for you. Like, oh, security, all that.
Elevator.
Women free. You gotta pay up. Like, go inside the dispensary with a bartender with 40 flavors in 2017.
Let's go.
And then after that, you go to some shit like this, and there's leather couches, TVs, chandeliers. It's like
super comfortable.
That was like, come on, brother. Man. That was like some of my homies from there used to be like, this is like a sanctuary here. Like no matter what you got going on anywhere else.
Right? At that level?
Nah. Well, no, man, because the attention, and I don't think people still don't have the intention down, because my intention was the energy, because the energy that I felt in Amsterdam was that I was able to kind of like congregate with people from all over the world and not have to like feel uncomfortable, not talk about, selling peas and none of that shit. Like, it was just people being people, right? And just talking about smoke and just hanging out,
more
right?
stories.
Yeah, so we was just hanging out.
Yeah, that's
so
cool.
Now what happened was I was able to kind of replicate that same energy, and I knew it would work because he was already a people person for way before Happy Munkey. Like, this is already his thing. So I knew it would work because I knew, like, if I invite all my pothead friends, they're going to love him. They got somebody to talk to. Because he really does. He really is interested in talking to everyone that walks through the door. So I knew we was going to hit with that. I knew we was going to kill. I knew I'm a super pothead, so I knew I was going to get all the pothead shit going. So I knew all the like little things. Like, I knew, let's make sure that everybody gets candy before they walk in, or there's candy at everybody's table. I was refilling everybody's table every fucking like half hour. You know what I mean? Me, you know what I mean? Not somebody like I wasn't getting other people. You know what I'm saying? So I was making sure, like, because you a pothead, you in there, we was giving out waters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So you got the cotton mouth. I got you, you need some lighters, you need an ashtray, you need some, we was like servicing people all day because I knew people just wanted that moment to connect, bro. Like, it didn't matter whether you was a street guy or you was a dude who sold a couple bags while you was in high school or in college or something. It didn't matter, you know what I mean? The whole point is that you right here, you under our roof, you safe, and you having a good time.
No doubt.
And I wanted people, and especially potheads, right? Let's be real, especially me, right? I'm more the introvert of the pair, right? If you want to compare us, right? So
really?
Yeah.
No shit.
So in Amsterdam, was kind of like a moment for me to kind of come out. So I was like, boom, a lot of potheads are like that. You know what I mean? A lot of potheads just be in their own world. So I was like, this is gonna kind of give them a platform to kind of like interact with all the people that we already know, all the hood stars, all the rappers and and other people that we know. So there's like, cool, now they get to kind of sit.
Yeah, people are touchable.
The doctor gets to sit with fucking with RZA or some shit. I don't know, you know what I mean? Depending who's been there, right? Because we've had all sorts of people there. Like,
and as I was gonna tell you, so right now to add to it, he's saying, so remember what I said. We were already who we were in our perspective rights.
Yes.
My partners already had, that was a recording studio already called Fight Club. Okay. So they had a show on MTV.
I've heard of that.
You know what I mean? Yeah, we had a show. It was a battle rap situation. Yeah. So the culture at the peak of that point, we already got on lock. All the hood stars and the rappers and the athletes. But now something changed. I'm gonna tell you what happens. And he's over there in the back talking right now. My boy Josh Tepperberg tells me this is like
up,
this is like
Josh?
probably like 2018, 2019, tells us, yo, there's a cannabis conference. I'm like, we like, what's a cannabis conference? What
Yeah,
that?
we had no fucking,
we don't know.
no
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
clue.
MJ Biz?
We don't know.
What-
Yeah,
no,
not even, just-
this is way before. They had like the little joints here.
Oh,
they
yeah.
were
Little
already.
gatherings, yeah.
They already were.
Okay.
They were working on it down here in Tribeca and the.
Oh,
and
no
Lee.
shit.
They were already
Okay.
having their little super micro MJ
Yeah,
business
yeah,
here,
I
like
got
like
you.
the money. So, but we don't know none of this. So he tells me, yo, let's go. So I go over there, right? And I'm like, I'm gonna see hippies and hood dudes or whatever. And I see dudes with suits and like, like he said, like doctors. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Dude next to me with a suit on is like, you see that company talking right there? They're not doing too good. I said, how you know they're not doing too good? He said, their stocks are down. I said, their stocks? No, this changed the light bulb. I was like, this. I said, oh, hold up. And I came back, Ramon. I was like, yo, Ramon, there's this other wave, and I'm bringing them all here because what they used to do was the after party to all these little conferences was at the bar and alcohol. So then we started the campaign, like, yo, why you going? You got to come to the lounge and smoke cannabis. So now we start getting all the
Wall Street
CEOs.
now.
Oh, yeah, we was-
Now we mixing that with the highest level of the culture, the rapper, the hood
that's
star. So that
incredible.
was what like made all the worlds come together
That's
right
a
there.
pot right there.
That's what
Absolutely.
Forbes called it in 2019, the Studio 54 cannabis.
Wow.
Yeah, 'cause
Before legalization.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had all crazy type of entertainment, bro. We had burlesque dancers, magicians, and
that's
all
cool,
sorts
man.
of like different stuff, bro. We didn't
hell
have
of a run
like,
there, man.
yeah.
We had
it
a
was
fucking roaring 20s night with a live jazz playing on
that's
New Year's. We was
fire,
trying like
bro.
all
That's
kinds
fire.
of shit.
We had all
man.
sorts of shit, bro. We hired nothing but like female DJs, because we made it a vibe, make sure that
Yeah,
girls
man.
could come and have a
It's
safe
not too
time.
thugged out. You know what I'm saying? Good vibes.
Bro,
Good
vibes, bro, vibes, man. It was a safe place, and people came, hung out, smoked, chilled, had a good time.
Let
bro.
me tell you what it was like the outside looking in on Happy Monkey. You know what I'm saying? Before meeting you guys, I never even got a chance to go to the spot, but like first of all, the name, it was fun. I was like, that's pretty cool, man. This sounds like a fun spot, Happy Monkey. I could be a happy monkey sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And then like, I'm having friends that go there and they're telling me about their experience there. And it's like, yo, it's lit, bro. I was like, yo, they selling weed right in the spot? Like they got a lounge, they just sell weed? What? And there's vibes and shit. I was like, yo, that shit
So you was hearing
cool.
about it back then, JP?
Yeah, I moved to California in 2017. So it's all Instagram now. So I'm seeing on
Right.
Instagram, I'm seeing homies tag it. I'm having buyers, friends come out to shop with me, tell them, yo, what's up with these clubs in New York, bro? All I'm hearing about is Astor Club and Happy Monkey. That's it. This is like the two clubs that's like really standing
Yep.
out, making noise that I'm hearing out there. So I'm like, yo, that's ill, bro. I was like, I gotta fucking link with these guys, man. Like, I didn't have a podcast at this time. I never think I would have these guys on my fucking podcast. It's crazy how shit happens. But yeah, it was very attractive as an outsider, not knowing much about it. You know what I mean? You guys did a really good job at painting the picture and like creating a vibe that you would hear about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Because it's like Ramon said, like, you know what I mean? Like, we students of the game, right, JP?
Yeah.
And so are you. And I just learned today a little bit about you, how you started in the East and then you went to the West. So you get a little bit too. Like, we understand what the strengths and the weaknesses are and the different perspectives that different areas have. Like, the West already, knocked it out of the park on the legacy and on the legal side with the genetics, with the strains, with a lot of different things like that. You know what I mean? So we knew that what's gonna separate New York is like brands, experience, hospitality, hustling, because that's what New York always has been. So I think that we're gonna just stick to this instead of like we were talking about earlier, like, yo, but you could be a grower, but you could be this and you could be that, but like, no, but that's not who we are.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's not what we do, man.
And let's not forget, like, the time, trial, error, energy, and fucking money you have to put in to be a good grower, to put out them batches that a brand would actually want. Like, bro, we got time for that, man. I told you when I fucked up when I moved out there and tried to be a grower. I got time. I was 35, bro. I got
That shit
time
is,
for
that shit
that.
is hard. That shit is hard.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't
Yeah,
do it. You
that's-
can't do it all, man. You can't do it all.
And like, California loves New York, bro. Like they love everything that's happening. I mean, bro, look at 420. All my friends are here. It's the weirdest shit in the world. I'm coming to New York, and all my friends from California are here. I get the
That's
party. Bro.
hilarious.
It's the
That's
craziest
crazy.
shit. That's why
That's dope,
I'm
though.
only
Fuck
doing
it.
420 in New York.
That's
period,
dope. The
for
energy
life.
is that the energy is high
The
up
energy,
here.
and
The
that's what
energy
yo,
is
the
high.
energy's
up here.
crazy. I was like,
The
yes,
energy is
bro.
crazy. Yeah.
Welcome to New York, bro.
Yeah.
And we could all smoke and be outside. Like, yo, they're still going nuts over this shit, bro. And then everybody's like, yo, this shit feel like Cali back in the day. That's what they all say, bro.
That's crazy.
And I don't know what that means, but I know what this shit is like out here. So that must have been lit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, yeah, it's dope, bro.
It's crazy to know too. Like we was talking earlier, that now you up there in Sacktown, and man, back once upon a time, man, we used to go to Sacktown to do what we had to do, and I used to go to K Street and turn up at the park and a guy
Yo,
stay at
Sacramento,
the
you know what
Hyatt.
time it is.
Stay at the Hyatt. You know what I mean? While we were waiting for the packs to come down and go chill and party. You know what I mean? I had some fun times over there. Like you said, that was like
Yeah, they
good
okayed the
times over there.
samples, you know what I'm saying? Bring them down from the hill. In the meantime, we're going to do our Dougie.
Yeah.
Pop a couple bottles, you know what I'm saying? Spread the bread around. You know?
Yeah, man. So it's crazy how it comes full circle.
It
You know
is,
what I mean?
bro.
Because
No, it really is, man.
and even you, like I didn't know, like, you know, you started out here, you know, you did your numbers out here, Jersey, and all that. Then you went out there. So that's why, like, you know, I've been a fan of the podcast, and that's why, like, your content comes out so great, because you got like this
first-hand experience, right?
You got the
Yeah,
first-hand experience, legacy on both sides. So you got like this bird's eye view of how things are in the East and the West and in the whole market. Like, I mean, you got a different perspective.
Definitely, bro. Definitely. And, you know, like we were talking about earlier, I didn't even realize that. So my man's pointed it out to me the other day. He said, yo, son, you was doing the East and the West, and like you kind of speaking from both sides. And I'm like, yeah, I guess I am. I guess I am. You know what I'm saying?
You've done both.
Yeah, I've done both, man, you know, and it's been my life work, man. And now here we are, man. We both got podcasts and shit, bro. It's
Here we
great,
are.
man. And congrats to you guys on starting your own podcast, man. It's fucking great, man.
That was
Putting out good content, man.
That was us in the beginning, trying to like come out the shadows a little bit.
Yeah, it's
in
weird
the
at
beginning,
first,
yo.
bro.
Yeah, in
It's
the
fucking
beginning it was
weird.
very weird.
Imagine we started doing it like pre-legalization, like 2019, 2018. So we was even more. We run an illegal lounge and doing podcasts.
Yeah.
So it was
Front
like
Street, double Front Street.
double Front Street. So it was like,
you know, we was kind of like pushing it a little
but it's
bit.
just like, you know, we knew, like, we kind of like committed ourselves. Like once we was like, yo, we really gonna pursue this legal stuff. You know, we really trademarked the brand on some lifestyle shit.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, we done worse for less. Like
That's
we
really
gonna like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? We're gonna get locked up for a week or a few punches. Like we gotta go all in or all out, or this shit it's not gonna work.
For sure.
So that was kind of like the perspective.
So the lounge, the club, Happy Monkeys, that shut down, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because COVID hit, remember?
Okay, so it shut down during COVID. Okay,
COVID
got
hit. You gotta remember during the
got
COVID hit.
So that's it. There's no more events. You know, we still got the studio still exists, but there's no more events.
No
Like
doubt.
it don't make no sense for us to.
People ain't doing no gatherings in COVID. You know how that was.
No, especially
we-
out here, man. It was
so-
desolate out here, bro.
Yeah.
I was paying attention. My brother lives in Brooklyn. It was fucking weird out here for a while, man.
Yeah, brother, listen to me, man.
Ooh,
We did a
man.
photo shoot for our merch and our clothes during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
You know, to clear out Times Square, you gotta get crazy permits. And
yeah.
we had it cleared out for free because it was clear. It was empty.
The illest backdrops.
Oh yeah, no, you had to do a drop for like a bank or something like that. Or no.
It was for Dope Magazine.
For Dope
For our
Magazine.
boy,
yeah.
David Tran.
At the time, yeah. At the time, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
And so Times Square empty, brother. You know, that's the first time in my life I ever seen that.
that was crazy. That was
that's
crazy.
crazy. So now comes the pivot to legalization. You guys just got your license.
Well,
So how does this all unfold? Like you put your name in the hat.
We gotta take you back
Okay,
though,
take it
brother,
back.
because
Yeah, too far out.
during that same time when COVID hit,
Yeah.
legalization is on the bill to try to get passed in New York.
Yep.
At the time, Cuomo's in office, and there's two bills right now. We got the MRTA. It's like one of the best, most equitable bill in the country. But there was another bill on the ballot called the CRTA, and that was like no social equity, no card, no home grow, like auctioning it off to all the billionaires, AKA, it was like that kind of bill he was trying to pass. So we caught wind of it and we put ourselves out there and we started a petition for the MRT and we got like over 1,000 signatures. We got everybody on social media. Remember that Clubhouse era? We had everybody social media and Clubhouse era reposting it. And so we clear there was other organizations like we were just one of many, but we did what we could to use our platform, our influence to make sure that went the right way with whatever we could. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then legalization happened.
Yeah. And then the thing for us was pivoting to that, right? Because now we're still an event group at that point, right? Because we're media, we was trying to do some media, we was trying to do as much as we could during COVID. Now, what do we do with events now that we're trying to do legal events, right? So we were able to kind of like, whatever the law was at the time, we did an event at the steakhouse. Remember at the Wall Street shit, right?
Because now we got to evolve with the game. So it's like we already gonna do this. We're gonna do this legal shit now that it's legalized. Can't go back and do the same trap stuff because we're not gonna be able to keep evolving.
So for me, that was our biggest pivot that we was able to now like, oh shit, how do we cleverly, make this happen now, right? Let's find clever ways to make this happen. And we did that, right? Then we did
Bobby Van's steakhouse on Wall Street, like across the street from the stock exchange.
Yo, I said we had the Astor Club had a sesh there. On
That's what I'm saying. So we did that.
Yeah, we were the first
before the first 420 of legalization with the news and everybody in there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's a cool spot for a sesh, bro.
Absolutely. That shit was crazy.
So that was the first event we did like outside of having Munkey. No, I'm lying. We skipped the part. So before COVID hit in the peak, there was the only other event we did outside of the lounge was we rented like a yacht, a boat.
Oh, we did a boat.
Like a 3-floor boat. It fit like 225 people, and this is our first time. Like, yo, let's see, like, if we can really pull a crowd outside here.
People. We used to get
try to see,
bro.
Yo, I remember it was like kind of drizzling that day, and I'm like, yo, like, let's see if people gonna really pay and pop out. There was a line like Great Adventures on the east side on the dock to get on that shit. It fit 220 people. There was like 225 people.
Yeah.
Sold out, rammed. Cannon Briggs was on there. Let's go champ, Super Bowl champ, True Life, like. All these people, like full of different people, shorties. Bro. It was like a crazy vibe, and that's the first time we saw so people want to follow us wherever we go.
Yeah. It's like a barber. If you good barber, and
then look, but think about it. Like 2018, who got a boat yacht ride going around Manhattan with the dispensary on the yacht, blowing it down? Going by the Statue of Liberty?
Yeah, that was.
We was doing some ballsy shit.
Yeah, we was wild.
That was ballsy.
He was wild.
That's ballsy, my friend. You pulled it off.
So then after that, we already knew, like Ramon said, that we could pull a crowd. So now we did what we could with the advocacy. We're doing the media. The COVID ends. Cannabis is legal. We're like, yo, we got to keep evolving if we're going to keep on going. So we do the Bobby Van Steakhouse. And then the next follow-up is, I don't know if you ever heard of the Van Gogh immersive experience.
I have.
So, because you got to remember.
I've never been, but I have.
You got to remember, like, what's helping us doing this, aside from our track record and, our integrity, is that we all got networks, me, him, and my two partners. We all born and raised in New York. So somebody that we know is the owner of something. You know what I mean?
6 degrees of separation.
So now somebody in his network know the people that's putting that together.
Nice.
And that's how that popped off.
Shout out to Shantae, Vatrice. They called out to us and because they wanted to do something with cannabis, right? They're like, yo, who in the city, does cannabis events? And in this type of like manner. And they immediately thought of us and reached out to us. And shout out to Keith and Dasha. They right away, they was like, all right, well, they liked us. They wanted to see what we could do. And yo, we had 2 back-to-back killer nights.
Like one night, $200 a ticket, brother. Damn. One night, 1,000 people sold out. Then the second night, 1,500 people sold out. Oh. One of them, we had an all-white party. I was just looking at the video yesterday. People coming dressed in all white for a weed party.
Yeah.
So why was that big?
Crazy.
Aside from like the crowd and the sellout and all that, was that, remember, this is like the Van Gogh, some high-level art shit, right?
No
so
doubt.
now they not like, because me and you know the difference, right? We're like, yo, after everybody's gone, you could use it. That's one collaboration with people like that. no, we're publicly gonna promote and sell tickets on Ticketmaster. Like we're a proud partner with y'all. That was like the big deal because now like New York Times came, Bloomberg, NASDAQ, because it's like I said, it's like they like, no, like we are partnered with them and we're doing this thing.
That's right.
So that changed like the perception because me and you know, there's always the on the low whisper shit going on, but that was like the first like somebody that's reputable partnering like proudly with the culture type shit in New York, I think.
Yeah, man. What's up, pizza fam? It's your boy JP, Good Pizza. Check this out. I've been getting a lot of questions on where I can find the fire good pizza. Check this out. We got you covered. We're in NorCal, SoCal, Central Valley, San Diego. We got you covered on the slices. Peep the list. Go check out the shop. Tell them Good Pizza sent you. Peace, love, Good Pizza. That's dope.
And I think that's why like that helped us break like a lot of ceilings and a lot of, not just for us, for everybody. I mean, because not all the other venues was like, oh, you know how it is, like we getting left out.
Yeah.
Then after that, we did an event at Rooftop here. Shout out to Arthur Gallo Green, 710. We also did a partnership uptown in Harlem with Community Board 9 and Columbia University. We did like, you know, like all them conferences we talking about.
Yeah.
So remember, like that's been like more bottleneck down here. Nobody's remembering Harlem, uptown. So no, they're not getting no information. None of this legalization shit. They out the loop. So and then even when it's down here, it's like $500 a ticket, $800 a ticket, crazy stuff like that. So we like, yo, we gotta like bring the information to the people. So we partner with Columbia University, Community Board 9. We got Congressman Espa, we got the Manhattan Borough President. We got the local councilman Abreu. We got the shout out to Cedar Dawson, the New York Cannabis Czar. So like, we flew in a Dr. Knox.
Yeah, Dr. Knox.
Endocannabinoid system. So now we got translation services, people that don't speak English, and we gave this all free to everybody right there on 125th for anybody that pulled up.
Bro. Wow.
Because it's just like I said, you know, we doing all these waves, we always check ourselves and be like, yo, we got to remember where we came from and who's thinking about them. And I think that's like what's really helped us guide our why and purpose when it comes to this shit. Because it's just like, you know, it's easy to get caught up in the shiny things, but we always circle back to the culture and it senses us.
For sure. And, you know, that also showed from the outside looking in, like you guys, you know, you're putting on the suits, you're speaking in front of those forums, you're educating the community, educating the lawmakers. Like, you guys are really in this shit, really from this shit, but really in this shit, pushing that culture forward for the rec market in New York, bro. And it's no wonder why you guys are where you are. You know, you did it. You put in the work,
and not to take away credit from the activists, because they've been in it way longer than we have, right? No doubt. When we actually figured out there is someone fighting for this, then we kind of joined the fight, right? Because it's like now we may have a bigger platform. The whole thing is that we might have a bigger force. It is what it is. When we found out that this fight was actually happening, we joined the fight, bro.
Hell yeah, bro.
We a good partner to have next to you if you want to get into a fight, my G. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's kind of what happened, you know. And it's like, you know, we'll be proud to now bring it different because now legalization here. Now that's it. We're here. We're at the moment where people were waiting for, right? I know it's early, and I know it's. You know, people still kind of like, you know, in the adrenaline of fighting for legalization and shit. Yeah. But now that's over. Now it's legalized, right? Yep. Now it's time to kind of like, now, where do you sit at in the game now, right?
Yes.
Now, what are you doing now? You know what I mean? Where do you fit? Where do you want to fit? What you trying to do? And I think that's where we at now, right? And I think this is where a lot of people get it confused and stuff like that. But I think now it's time to kind of pick your place in this game and kind of like go for it.
Yeah, man. Double down on your talents.
Now go back to what you said. Same thing here, right? Like, people always think there's some magic trick, some magic bullet, but I really believe the number one most important thing, JP, is just stick to who you are, and what you know. So why do I say that? Now, we got the opportunity to apply for licenses. We could apply for a vertical, we could apply for a micro, we could apply for grown. We got all these options, but that's not who we are.
Sure.
We were, or the whole story from the beginning, We've been the hustlers, the retailers. So now why are we going to change that formula just because it's legal?
Stick to the script.
So we stay into the script. So we went for adult use retail because we're going to create the block in the legal market because that's what we've always done.
Yeah. And
You know what
where
I
are you
mean?
doing this?
Now, first one we're gonna open up is Uptown in Dykeman.
Yes.
That was another,
dope,
that was
bro.
another one right
Yeah,
there
that's
where
monumental right
that,
there.
that, that was
Super
that was
monumental.
super monumental. But once again, it's easy to get caught up in the numbers, in the shiny things, and people be like, "Yo, because you could and you should, and there's more money here, and there's this there," and we always got to censor ourselves and be like, "Yo, but we can make money anywhere. Can we make money and move the needle and do something for the culture and you know what I mean? Remember all the fallen soldiers, and that's why we went to Dykeman.
That's
You know what I mean?
legend, bro.
Yeah,
That's
man.
legend.
And we worked for it, bro. We looked for places and we looked and we
Facts.
looked and to be honest, it just didn't feel good anywhere else, man. To
Yeah.
be honest, man. We saw it and we had opportunities and there were some opportunities that didn't go through and whatever it was, but it just when the stars align, the stars align,
That's a
bro. And
fact.
it is what it is. And
Yeah.
Dykeman is where we going, and that's the first place we going, man. The second place we going is to Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah, I found my license is in Brooklyn, right? So I
Nice.
don't know if people understand how the
Do you separate
how that-
licenses per borough?
Yeah.
Damn, really?
So that's how the things went over here. That's what I was
Whoa.
about to explain, right? So when we applied, I figured everybody's gonna go crazy and go for Manhattan. And we a team. To us, like with paper, no paperwork, we already a team. So to us, it was like, yo, bro, this is what I'm gonna do. He's like, of course. He's like, we ain't even like had to like think about it type of shit, right? He's just kind of like saying it out loud just so we both on the same page type of shit.
Just
But
so I
was
said
like,
I said it.
Yeah, yo, this is what we gonna do, bro. He's like, all right, cool, that's it. Like, and we just gonna go ahead and ran with it. And there you go. I'm here. And we going to Brooklyn. We gonna be downtown. We're gonna be on Fulton Street,
Nice.
Fulton Mall.
I was gonna say by the mall?
Yeah, right on the
Solid,
mall.
bro.
Right on the mall.
Solid.
We gonna be right there, man. So,
Hella traffic.
yeah, man, I'm excited to kind of bring, the responsible dispensary to everybody's neighborhood, right?
That's
Because
tight,
that's
bro.
really what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
There's gonna be different groups for everybody. There's gonna be different spots for everybody. The dispensary is
course.
gonna be for the responsible folks, and I'm happy that we're able to kind of move on to this, evolution that we moving into now,
That's
bro.
ill, bro.
And then, it's always bigger than us, right? Because like I said, like, a lot of people not in the loop feel like they've been forgotten. So now we get to employ people from our community.
There you go.
Now the other legacy dudes, the other trap boys that, are certified, we could pass the blueprint. This is how we did it. We
That's
know
a
different than
beautiful
you could do it. And you know what I mean? We get to, you know what I mean?
That's huge, bro.
Because it goes both ways. Like, when we first got in this, we didn't know about everything. OGs that done did it in the West Coast, like, who came and told us, yo, this is what you could do, this is what you can't do, this, you know what I mean? So people poured into us, so it's only right that we pour into other people too.
Yeah. Definitely, bro. Pass that blessing along, man.
Yeah.
I love it, man. So when you guys plan on opening? When's doors
Hopefully Uptown, like this summer, hopefully like June.
So I come buy some piff in your shop this summer.
Yeah, and you go dance some merengue, some salsa, some
Some
bachata
salsa?
while you up there.
Dykeman, man.
Believe it or
Come
not,
be
I
some
can
rice
dance
and
salsa
beans.
Yeah.
and merengue and salsa. You know what I'm saying? Believe it or not.
But you, cause you, like I said, got a different perspective. What do
Yeah.
you think that means for the cannabis culture? Because we biased, because we in it, right? What do you think, like Uptown, Dykeman, everything we said? You know what I mean? What do you
bro,
think?
First and foremost, man, the first thing comes to my mind is you guys are gonna go down in the fucking history books for being the first ones to bring illegal cannabis to Dykeman and Uptown. That's number one, bro. Like you did that, man. That's fucking crazy. Number two, we spoke about it a little bit earlier. Like, there's a lot of people curious about the heights because it's buzzing right now. Like Piff on Instagram is buzzing right now. Who brought Piff to this? Piff this, Piff that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You throw up a couple reels on that, your number's going up, right? So people, I feel, are naturally curious about it. Like, I know for sure my West Coast homies are. Like, they don't know what Piff is, bro. And when we show them, they're like, oh, this ain't fucking haze that we've been, this lemon
Right.
shit, this Jackie shit.
Right.
Wow.
This is different. Yeah.
This shit cool. You know, it's just different. So like, I feel like it's almost like, well, come on uptown, kids. Let me show you guys the heights and the fucking. This could be a bus tour.
Come see us.
A part of a cannabis bus tour.
Absolutely.
Well, now we're gonna go to the heights. We're gonna get you a chopped cheese.
Yeah,
we're gonna take you to
whatever
Happy
you
Monkey.
want. We got, you know what I mean? You could go to Tina real quick. You could go to Mofongo House. We got you. We go let you tap into everything.
It's gonna be a fucking tourist attraction, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you right across the G-Dub, you can shoot right up there from Jersey, bro.
And then also importantly, I feel like
man.
also like because you are age, but I think also like the significance of like what role Uptown played when it came to cannabis. You know what I mean? I think this generation don't know. I think part of the tour could be like, yo, this is what role this place played up here. Like, people did this, people did that. People built this $6 billion industry by sacrificing their lives, jail time, etc., families. So
you could highlight those stories, bro. You could have forums or like sessions or like, have people do some live shit like this at your establishment where you really schooling the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? That'd be so dope, bro. Man. Yeah, I mean, you have the platform. You got a podcast. You have the platform to do this shit, man. Like, yo, big ups, man. That's exciting.
Nah, but thank you for having us on here because, like I said, I've been a fan. I've been watching for a while,
thank you,
and I really like your perspective on things because, like I said, you know everything from when it was retail to the grow to here to all the different big players on the East and the West. So you make it digestible for everybody.
Yeah, thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. It's like, who would have thought, man? Who would have thought? Who would have thought we'd be doing this, man? So what's the next like 5-10 look like for you guys, bro? What's the master plan for the next, Well,
we opening a couple stores.
Yeah.
And making sure those run correctly and they run a certain way, you know what I'm saying, before it expands from there and it turns into something that we don't want it to turn into. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So just making sure that runs right. And I'm just looking for, like, honestly, to be honest, for the first time, I'm glad I got something that I know what we about to do. And we don't know what the outcome is, right? Because I think a lot of people get into this thinking that they go become trillionaires or whatever the case may be.
It's an opportunity.
I don't think for us that's the case. I think for us it's like, we go make some money. I hope so, because we don't want to go broke. Nobody want to go broke.
No
doubt. But for us it's like, damn, at least we know what we're doing, right? And it
Enjoy
feels
the
safe.
journey.
And this is the first time it feels safe. It don't feel like,
That's cool,
shit,
man.
you know what I mean? We got to watch over back. I got to put locks on the windows and all sorts of crazy shit going on. You know what I mean? Like, I think it just feels a little different,
Just based off what you said, it shows that right there that you love what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to enjoy this journey. This is where we going. I don't know if it works. I hope it works. I love this shit. We're fucking doing it.
Yeah.
We're going to run through the walls and see what happens. And bro, that's the sauce though. That's the formula to make it work.
I
though.
think,
you know what I'm saying?
I think
at
people
the same time
try to come up with like this difficult formula, but I think it is what it is, bro. This is what we are. That's it, and we love it. You know what I mean?
And like Ramon told you earlier, when it comes to me, I'm going right now to speak in Spain. And like Ramon said, I'm a man of the people, and my goal is, aside from us being successful, we gotta do is being able to speak to as many people as possible, pass the game, and be an inspiration. So all the homies that was with us in the trenches know, like, I'm no different than you. Like, you could do it too, and keep on, spreading the knowledge in the game, and like they say, carry on the tradition for as far and as wide as possible.
That's a fact, bro. And that's you playing your part in the chain of destiny and fate, because like, you doing it is gonna show the next man our age, our era, like, damn, fucking Vlad did it, man. God damn, I was on the block with this fool 20 years ago.
Yeah, man.
I could do this shit.
And just shout out to everybody and all the places that's open up too, right? Like this place, right? Like Work and Roll, all these places
dope,
like Surge, all these places, like go ahead and like do your, like, that's the whole thing. There's a place for everybody, and I want people to kind of like figure it out.
Definitely, bro.
Going through their own trial and tribulations,
That's right? That's
and it is what it is, and I think we all could have a good time. I think this is a big ass city. I think the culture is supposed to be about that anyway. Like, that was like I told you, my intentions of us having events was for that in general.
Yeah, man. That's
it's for
culture,
people to
bro.
kind of like grow and kind of like do your own thing. And like, now I could come to spaces and kind of just enjoy now instead of having to serve. So for me, it's all good, bro. I think it's all love, and I hope, you know, New York City could find a formula to kind of make these cafes and spaces like that a real thing. You know, that was always been my thing. You know, hopefully this shit is just be everywhere. You know.
Yeah. You guys are kicking our ass with
one thing that I'm happy to see in New York, like what Ramon said, like, you know, right now, like everybody is real unified. Everybody's like supporting each other. Like we go and different people open up. You know, people come to our events. Like he said, like, you know, we always shine out all the other New York real riots of Serge, Kev, Josh, the Matter, Bliss, whoever it is, and everybody's like got that like yo, like this is our time, and like if we don't support each other, who will? Shout out to Khan Bud, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like we all like, you know what I mean? Like I'm happy to see that because you know I always hear in these other markets where it turns into crabs in a barrel, and I'm happy so far. New York, it's not on that type of time. Like everybody's trying to support each other.
And yo, that's the only way you're gonna have a successful rollout, man. Just stick together and keep pushing the shit forward. You know? Yeah, man. Well, I got a couple questions for you guys before we get up out of here. Have some fun with some questions. You know what I'm saying? I know we almost out of here. We almost had time, but
let's do it.
So yo, what do y'all know that the game should know? Or what you calling bullshit on out there that you seen in the game right now, man?
One more time, break it down.
So what do you know that people, like the average person should know that you know? Like what's bullshit out there like that people are getting fooled?
The term the whole this is gonna be generational wealth thing, right?
Okay, let's speak on it.
First of all, if you don't really we just spoke about, if there's no real love, no passion for you for this, you forget about this. This is not where you're gonna make an investment and you're about to make your bread back. You can go live your life in the islands for the rest of your life. This is not what this is. You know what I mean?
Facts,
this is not what this is. Now, if you happen to, you know, get a license or get some sort of deal where somebody spends some money, and sure, I think if you don't care about this, then you should go ahead and take a deal like that and go live the rest of your life doing something that you love. Because I think that's where people getting it twisted. I think people think that they go get into the weed game and they're gonna make $1 billion the first week and it's over. They're gonna go live. I don't think that. I think that's a big misconception. I think it's wealth for me because I'm gonna be doing what I love for the rest of my life.
Yeah. And that's wealth. That's your definition of wealth.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
So if the money comes with it, then yeah, of course, I'm going to be fucking happy. That's a super bonus. You know what I mean? That's a super bonus because now I can take care of my family and friends, right? But yeah, I think that's a real big misconception, bro. Like,
and I'm going to hit them with some jewelry because, you know, I want them to leave here with some good information too so they know to add on to what Ramon's saying. Like, people have this perception, right, JP, like, yo, either I gotta be a grower, like, especially on the legal side, like, here in New York, like, I gotta be either a grower or I gotta be a dispensary owner, or I got a micro. But that is absolutely not true because you wanna know what the cruise control play is, JP? There are like 100 different roles that you can make like 200-300 grand a year, whether the shit wins or loses, legally. Like people not really understanding, like we understand, like for you to be involved in such a cool industry and make 6 figures, 200-300 grand a year,
it's beautiful.
Whether the shit wins, lose, no matter what, like you ain't got nothing to do with that because you're not on that side. Like I feel like people not really understanding, like, you know, general managers, security, you know, consultant, whatever. There's like 1,000 different things. Like, I think that people are sleeping on these opportunities. You know what I mean? When you don't gotta be a grower or be a dispensary owner, and you could really live real good. And like Ramon said, be in the industry if you love that and you're really about this.
Absolutely, bro. There's a lot of lanes, man. There's a lot of lanes.
There's a lot of lanes.
You just gotta stick around and figure it out for yourself, man. It's a tough question when somebody's like, "Yo, what should I do, man? Like, what I want to get in." I'm like, start at a bud tender. Start at the bottom. Just figure out how that works.
At whatever,
And then you're gonna meet somebody along the way. You're gonna do good work there because somebody you meet there might catch a shine for you and bring you onto their squad. Like, I'm like, just start somewhere.
Or like he said, like whatever you was already doing before at your last job, bro. If you was working security, bro, at your last job, come start at security at this job. And it's probably, you go probably see the difference there. Then maybe you talk to a bud tender to see if you maybe want to get into bud tending. Then maybe you talk to a grower. Maybe you want to get into a grower. You get to talk to everybody as a security guard. So maybe you figure out
Yeah,
where you
bro.
want to get it, but just remember this is weed, right? Because people think, I don't know, maybe they've been seeing Instagram lately and too much or something.
Yeah.
But this is weed. This is not Hollywood. You ain't rapping. This ain't
Yeah.
acting, singing.
Yeah.
You know, you're not gonna be a star somewhere. Like
Yeah.
this is weed, fam. Either you go sell weed, you go grow it. Either you go, you know, or you want to
You
get
gonna
into
trim it,
media,
you
be a
gonna
media.
process it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but this
Or
is
media.
weed. Yeah, but find your lane and get into that. But
Yeah.
just think, if you go sell weed, bro, you go sell weed. This shit ain't being
That's
a
a
star.
fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
This thing, you ain't gonna be a rock star doing this shit.
Yeah. You know, it's crazy. That has literally come up on at least the last 3 to 4 podcasts we've had where it's, yo, if you don't love this, man, you in the wrong house, bro. Like, you're gonna burn out. This is not gonna work for you. You really gotta love this, because there might be more winters than summers and springs in this shit. You know what I'm saying? For now.
Absolutely.
For now. But yo, now it's time, my friends, to hit us with your top 3 strains of all time.
Ooh.
Top 3?
One old school, one new school, and one desert island strain you stuck on the island with for the rest of your life.
Oh, man.
Either one of you can go first.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? Start with old school. What's your favorite old school? I think I might know.
Yeah, I think my favorite old school, I'm gonna be cliche about it, man. I'm straight up Uptown Hayes, Piff. I'm gonna go straight with Piff, man. I'm gonna say Piff over the sour and over Gorilla Glue. And I'm gonna say it
Okay.
because, you know, I'm more of a upper guy, and even though I think those things, you know, are uppers too, but like sour and Gorilla used to kind of always put me out a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was like, I'd rather smoke Hayes. So I think Hayes. I'm a Hayes
For the old school,
Old school.
desert island. What you smoking for the rest of your life?
That's fucked up because
That's terrible.
the desert island
fuck
shit,
it up.
man, is like I still wanna go with Hayes when it comes to the desert island.
You can go Hayes.
I think
you
I
can.
want to go Hayes because
Nobody will judge you.
Because
I certainly won't.
you in the desert island, you gotta kind of survive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't be
Think about
slumped out, man. I gotta survive. I
Yeah.
gotta kind of like, you know, all I need is weed so I can make sure I can eat and kind of keep it moving and keep working. And because you're in the
hunt.
desert island, baby, you gotta
know what I mean?
hunt.
Make fires and
You gotta
shit.
make fires and shit, you know. And plus, you know, if you don't want nothing too loud, bro, that shit, you know, the fucking animals go get into your shit, man. They smell that shit everywhere, man.
You
Something, bro. You don't know, man. You in the desert island.
You feel me?
New school. New school, you know, I'm not mad at none of this new school weed. Like, I love the fact that now everybody got a menu and shit like that. Before, you had to kind of just get whatever the dealer got.
At the spot.
Yeah, whatever
whatever's
the
at the
spot
spot.
got. Yo,
Yeah.
bro, yeah, most of the time it's Hayes, but if he ain't got, you know, it is what it is. You go buy whatever he got.
Yeah.
So I think now I love the fact that we got a big menu. So when it comes to new school, I don't know. I like anything that's like the gelato. You know what I mean? Anything that's
Candies.
like gelato-ish. You know, maybe the candies. I guess everybody
Okay,
call it candies now.
before candies, so we're sticking with gelato, the gelato family.
Yeah,
the
the
41 to
gelato
33, the
family.
guava, the mochi.
That little era.
Yeah,
right
cool,
there. I like
cool.
that.
I ain't
era.
mad at that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Word.
About you, my guy?
Me,
What you got?
I fuck with that old school New York sour, that shit that, you know, that was like, I don't really see it no more, like $7,500 a pound.
That a
Oh,
dime,
yeah.
the dime stick up the room.
Dime
Oh,
stick
yeah.
up the room.
Dime stick
That's
up the
my
room.
old school one.
Yeah.
Stuck on an island, I gotta go with the Hayes if I'm gonna be stuck on an island.
Come on, man. I don't expect nothing less from the Heights boys, man. Come on now.
And then, like, you know, out of the new joints, like we spoke earlier, you know, I like the ones that are like the cross with the candy and the OG.
Okay. Little gas, little candy.
Yeah.
I dig that. Best of both worlds.
Best of both. Yeah,
Let me ask you this. If y'all could bring back one strain, what would it be? It's gone.
It's gone.
Nobody got
Oh,
it.
nobody got it. I remember
Chocolate.
Chalk. Let's go.
I remember they used to.
It's come up one time before.
This is
I
the
forget who.
first time I ever saw anything different, like exotic, like that. It was like purple Urkel, but this was like it's like 15 years ago.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the purple,
The original.
purple. I don't know if that. I don't think that shit's around no more.
No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not.
That shit was like. I was like
Yeah, that's
bugging.
purple
I was
for
like,
real.
I was looking at a cartoon. Like
Purple
that was
for
my
real.
first time seeing like
That's
that
crazy.
shit here.
I would definitely like to see like an evolution, a 2024 version of chocolate.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Straight up.
Like I know the old school, the old school Jamaican shit, but I would like
Yeah.
to see what with something, a chocolate with no seeds and no stems, like
All right, so-
like fly.
I got. Oh, I'll show you after the show. It's called chocolate runs. It's permanent marker times runs.
That's crazy.
Shout Life Sauce. And up the hill exclusive. They
We
just
need
laced me
some.
up with a sample. I'm gonna show you. We'll roll some up. It's not chocolate time,
Right,
but it's
yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
It's got a fucking nice little vibe to it, and it's different. I bet. So, what's your favorite song to blaze to? You cruising, you got something lit. The mood is good. The vibes is cool. What you vibing to?
Oh man. Let me see.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what. He knows my favorite rapper is Jay-Z. So I'm going
Jay?
to feeling it.
Oh, feeling it? Oh, come on,
Yeah,
bro.
that's
perfect.
his
Get
definitely
high when
radio
you pick up the line.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
the chill cruise.
That was the 90s theme song, bro.
That definitely
Smoking
was.
that, smoking a regular Dutch, not even vanillas yet.
I smoked to the Titan Phillies and all
You know what I'm
that.
saying? Yeah.
Lately,
what about you, bro?
Yeah, lately though, I'll talk about lately because I could always go to go-tos and give you the cliche New York hip hop shit because that shit is like always on go mode, like the
course.
Jay-Z's, the Biggies, the
Yeah.
Wu-Tang, like
Too easy,
Those
too
shits
easy.
is always too easy.
Yeah.
But lately I've been on my like Afro beat and piano wave. Like I've been listening to
Okay.
Burna Boy lately and shit like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I've been
no
on
doubt.
that wave, honestly, man. 'cause-
Seasons, brother.
Yeah, because I'm trying
saying?
to, I'm trying to live in the Caribbean when I'm older. I'm one of
Yeah,
them guys.
yeah.
Like
I
I
dig
love
it.
New York.
I dig
At
it.
some point, I'm trying to live. We trying to live. You
No
know what
doubt.
I'm saying? I'm trying to be barefooted on the island
That's
somewhere.
right.
So that when I'm smoking on the highway, I'm trying to be
Just
there.
grounded on the island, my feet in
Yeah.
the sand. Positive ions and shit. You feel me?
Word.
So let's talk. You're smoking weed or growing or hustling. What's your pet peeve? What grinds your gears?
Pet peeve.
Oh man, what grinds my gears? Shit, man. I'm used to smoking alone, right? So I'd rather share weed than actually share whatever I'm smoking, especially like during
No
like
doubt.
the COVID era has
Fucked me
turned
up.
in. Like I don't mind like sharing with certain people. If it's just me and you, me
Yeah.
and you can smoke the joint, it's cool. But now I think I'm not on the sharing wave, and we're
Kinda
too
over the
grown.
cypher?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
over the cypher thing. Especially
Yeah.
me if I'm rolling my blunt. Like I'd rather just give you some weed. You can roll your own
Yeah.
joint. We can smoke together.
Yeah.
But I think now sharing blunts is, sharing it to the
That's
whole.
no good.
I give you my pet peeve. Like this is new shit going on right now in New York. I can't get with it, which is like adding the grab or the tobacco. That shit ain't.
Yeah.
I can't rock with that.
Not a
I
fan
can't
of
get
that.
jiggy with that shit either.
Not hating on my grabber people. I'm not hating.
I respect
Yo.
it, but
Love
that's
it.
not vibe. That's not
I
vibe.
quit
Spicy,
smoking
no
Newports
spice.
when I turned 30,
Bristol,
bro.
no Bristol. I don't know.
I'm
Whatever.
scared
Do
of
your
tobacco.
thing. I don't.
I smoked Newports for 18 years, bro. I'm scared to death of tobacco. I don't want no sauce with none of that, bro. No sir.
I'm
I
still
don't even
old
can't
school. I
smoke
smoke
blunts no more.
Dutchess. I smoke Dutchess. That's
If it's some haze, I'll smoke a Dutch for sure. For sure.
Gotcha.
That's my only time I come out of retirement.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So what's your favorite munchie food? Some stoner munchie food.
Stone.
You know, it's crazy. When I'm on my stoner munchy shit, I be fucking with these little jalapeno chips.
Oh,
And I be
okay.
tearing them shits
Okay.
Um, honestly, because I've been on my little healthy shit lately. I've been on like my avocado toasts. You know what I mean? I've been on my
Welcome to
avocado
California.
shit.
You should come out and move to fucking
Yeah,
California with me,
it's
pal. I've
Dominican
been
too,
fucking them
though.
up
Just so you
too.
know, pan con aguacate. That shit is just pan con aguacate, man. I just mix it
Yeah.
up nicely,
They
add
made it-
some
they made it sound
seasoning.
bougie now,
They made it
man.
sound bougie,
They
but that shit
did,
is just
yo.
pan con
They did.
aguacate. Some nice whole wheat toast.
Call me bougie. I'll be
You know what
fucking
I
them
mean?
shits
so
up.
nice for that shit. Now shit is pan con
$7, bro.
aguacate.
Yo, no
Yeah,
bullshit.
that's crazy. The way they remix
flipped
shit.
that avocado, my boy. One avocado turned to 7 real quick.
Oh man.
Okay,
yeah.
we're gonna take it a step deeper. What's your middle of the night? You're a scumbag and you see that shit. It's got no chance. You're bodying that shit. What's your guilty pleasure?
Oh man.
Midnight snack.
Oh man. Oreo cookies.
Oh, see you later. Taking a whole sleeve
Cookies,
of those
man.
down.
Just it's
See you
just-
later.
just cookies or
Mm-hmm.
or anything like a pound cake, like something like this is just over, bro. Like I'm gonna just fuck it. I'm just tear it down.
Ice cream.
Ice cream? Yeah, that comes with a lot. That comes with a lot.
I'm gonna tear that shit up.
All right, if you could smoke with two people, one that's still here with us, one that's no longer here with us, who would they be?
Ha. All right, I'll go a little cliche with it. I'll go Bob Marley.
Solid.
I'll go definitely. Why would it not? Pick a brain of someone who was, at the at the height of his career. He was super disciplined, running multiple situations with multiple kids, and still smoking his ass off.
Yeah.
Sure, you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
if all I got is 30 minutes with a player, there you go. I got him.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Him or Tupac, to be honest, with, either or. And here right now, shit. I don't know. I'm gonna go super high profile with this.
Yeah, and they gotta smoke with you, even if they don't smoke.
Oh nah. Well, even if they don't smoke, oh shit, now that could be different. But I'm gonna still go with a super stoner, because at some point we need this person to start advocating for us and start pushing some shit. So I'm gonna go with Rihanna, because she's a worldwide renowned, powerful female. People follow her.
Yeah.
She's openly already smokes. You know what I'm saying? Now she's a mom. She's a force to be reckoned with.
For sure.
And she's from our time, and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
She's like I said, she's a fucking force to be reckoned with.
Yeah,
She
that's the
smokes
first time
weed.
she came up. I like that.
Yeah, bro, and she's like a smoker, man. You know what I mean? Like,
so legend has it, she's fun to hang out with.
see, so look at that.
Charlamagne told an ill story about chilling with her.
Shit,
She's thugged out, bro.
I'll take 45 minutes
She's in New York
with
getting busy.
dope session,
Hell
and
Hell yeah.
we'll get her to fight for us, right?
I like it. I like it.
Me, somebody that's not here, I would like to smoke with Che Guevara. He was like some revolutionary dude. I be on my history shit.
My man went deep.
I be on my history shit, so
It might be the second time that came up.
I like to smoke with him, you know what I mean? Because I be on my revolutionary shit.
Yeah.
And then here,
like that.
now, that's a good one. You know what? She look like a G. I want to smoke with like a Martha Stewart. You know what I mean? She get a big. She ain't tell. She held it down. She seemed like she with the culture. I would like to see what's up with Martha.
And she's like fucking best friends with Snoop Dogg.
You know what I'm trying to say? So I would like to see like, well, you know what I mean?
One of us, bro.
She's one of exactly.
Yeah,
She an OG. You know what I mean?
Definitely. I like that.
So before we wrap up, we're gonna do. I got one more question for you. We're gonna do some rapid fire questions, and then we up out of here.
Boom.
So if you could go back to the young you, the day before you jumped off the porch into the game, what would you tell you?
That's a good one right there.
Wow. Look out for yourself. Not everyone has the same good intentions as you. Because off the porch, and even now to this day, I always got good intentions no matter what I'm going into. So watch yourself a little bit more, because your good intentions ain't the same. Not everybody else got the same good intentions as you. I don't regret anything I do. So at this point, I'm just telling young me, be braver, be definitely take care. Do more for your family along the way, because I know a lot of us get caught up in the youth getting money, and you do take care of your family, but you miss a lot of things that's happening in the family moments because you out there doing you. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen it in multiple ways. I see my friends get locked up, my brothers get locked up and miss out on time with their kids and all that other stuff. So it's like, make sure like you zone in your family and friends that love you. You know what I'm saying? Every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? Make sure the people that are really, really love you and they really like take care of you, make sure you spend some time with them and not the guys that you getting money with. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause not everybody you getting money with got good intentions for you. So just make sure that you tune into the people that just love you, you know?
Yeah, that's right. I dig that.
Me, I would tell young me coming up the porch, love yourself more and value yourself more. Because unfortunately, when, we don't, like I said, we grew up in these circumstances, crazy situations, like, you don't really value yourself. You don't really love yourself. And by default, you put more people in danger around you. You put yourself more in danger because, you know, the best analogy I could give you is like young me off the porch. I was like, I ain't gonna make it past 30. Because
So
that's just
let's
what
run
it
it.
Exactly.
Just run it. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm trying to tell you. But like, that's
you
what I
mean.
would tell her. That's what I would tell young me. Like,
Yeah.
nah, you will. So love yourself and just, you know, do what you do. But just, you know, understand that life is long and it's not always short. And you ain't got to always be like that. You know what I mean? You can love yourself along the way because when you think like that, you just doing whatever you're doing, but you don't really love yourself because you don't really
true,
see
man.
value or longevity in yourself.
Absolutely. Wise words from two wise men. So we're gonna do some rapid fire questions, but first we're gonna take a quick break. All right, fellas. So we're gonna hit you with some rapid fire questions, 1-word answers. All right.
Got you.
And we'll go Ramon, Vlad.
All right.
Keep it flowing. Do you like to smoke in the hot or the cold?
Cold.
Cold.
Joints or blunts?
Blunts.
Street smarts or book smarts?
Street smarts.
Book smarts.
Batman or Superman?
Superman.
Batman.
Haze or sour?
Haze.
Sour.
Nas or Hove?
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
80s or 90s?
90s.
Favorite Ninja Turtle?
Raphael.
Same here.
Raphael.
Nice. I know I liked you guys. Coke or Pepsi?
Pepsi.
The same.
Pizza or tacos?
Pizza.
Tacos with pineapples or no pineapples?
Oh, pineapples.
No pineapples.
Tacos or burritos?
Tacos.
Tacos.
Mozzarella sticks or nachos?
Mozzarella sticks.
Cheetos or Flamin' Hot Cheetos? My fault.
Oh,
Go ahead.
I'll take nachos. I'll take nachos.
Take the Cheetos. Flaming hot.
Flamin' Hots?
Yeah.
And then you said which one?
Regular or Flamin' Hot?
Oh, depends how I'm feeling. But let's go with Flamin' Hot. Let's go with Flamin' Hot.
The Wire or The Sopranos?
Ooh, The Wire. And I love, and just to get it, I love
I'm
both
gonna be
of
honest
them.
with you, I'm
Them
gonna go with
shits
The
are both-
Sopranos.
But he hasn't seen The Wire though.
I seen most of The Wire.
I don't know. I love both of them though, just to get it twisted. But I'm gonna take The Wire because they went deep. They gave me too many aspects of the game that it was insane.
That's a good.
Yeah,
like,
that's a good one. That's a good one to
They
fight
neck
with.
and neck,
Yeah,
right?
it's a good one to fight with.
It
Yeah,
fucks people up. It
yeah,
stumps them.
yeah. It
They take
does.
it-
It tears
they
me
take
up
a
inside
second.
to just say one right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Freddie or Jason?
Jason.
I like Freddie.
Morning person or vampire life?
Vampire life.
Morning person. Now I
Body shot or face shot by Mike Tyson?
Body shot.
Damn, I gotta take a shot though for him in general, man. I'm gonna take a body shot, I guess, cause he gonna break my face.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. Shot of 151 or hot dab?
Oof.
Hot 900. It's gonna fuck you up.
I think I'm gonna take a shot, man. I'm not an alcohol person, but that hot dab be putting.
I'm gonna take a shot.
Yeah.
Candy or gas?
Candy.
Gas.
Tupac or Big?
Oh man, that's not fair.
Tough one right there.
That's not fair. That's not
The
fair.
next one's gonna suck too.
Tupac.
I'm a Tupac guy, yeah.
Big L or Big Pun?
Oh man.
Big pun.
Yeah, we going with pun.
39.
From Uptown.
We going with pun.
You're the same block.
Yeah.
He's like a couple hours away
Lennox,
from
right?
me.
You was on what?
Well, I was on Broadway. He's on Lennox.
Yeah.
We going with pun with this one.
Wu-Tang or Death Row?
Ooh. I love both of them. I'm gonna go though. I'm gonna bring it home. I'm gonna go with Wu-Tang.
Wu?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Wu.
I'm gonna go with the Wu too.
Bet.
That's a
Good
tough
shit.
one right
Yeah,
there.
that's
one.
a that
Those
kind
are
of like.
two-
Some West Coast cats give it up for Wu.
Those
Yeah,
are-
yeah,
those
you
are
gotta.
bullshit.
Yo, it's
Those
that
are two.
shit,
Those
the
are two
Wu.
monster like
Yeah,
waves
yeah,
right there.
The Wu. You know.
Word, man. Well, that's all I got for you boys. You know what
Oh,
I'm saying?
man,
Y'all did
thank
well,
you.
man. I like the
Thank you,
answers,
thank you,
man.
thank you.
You slipped on the pineapples, but everything else was good. A New Yorker with the pineapples.
Yeah,
Holy
I'm
shit.
fucking with it. I'm fucking with
No,
it.
it's all good, bro.
Nah,
It's all
but this
good.
shit
We
was a
don't judge.
vibe, man.
Hell yeah,
I had a good time here kicking
Yeah,
it
me
with you,
too.
man.
Me too.
Before we get up out of here, man, if you guys could just, share, drop your handles, share with the people, and let me know, who do you know that I should get on the show? What do you recommend?
Oh man, all the players, man, get Shice up in here.
Yeah, I would love to get Shice. If
Get
you could make
Shice
that
Bubs
intro,
on
that'd be dope.
here.
Get
That'd be
Shice
dope.
Bub up in here. You know, he's a pillar that been, you know,
Absolutely, man.
out here talking
Yeah,
in
hell
the
yeah,
forefront
man.
from
Definitely,
the get-go.
definitely.
Definitely get Kev up in here. You know, I know everybody know him as White Boy Kev.
Yeah.
You know, and just to give you a little origin, people call him White Boy Kev because he was the only white boy around Dominican and black people.
No doubt.
You know, you don't just call him White Boy Kev out of nowhere, right?
Yeah,
Because
for
he's
sure.
just Kev, right? His name is Kevin.
Yeah.
But definitely get him, you know, because he got.
Yeah, he
you
been
know,
on the show.
Yeah, so
he been on the
definitely.
show. It was
Yeah.
monster.
Get my man Jeremy from Turp Bros on here. Get
Yeah.
Kaz from Con But on here.
Word,
Because
okay.
they like real right culture dudes that are not operating legal stores. So I think it's good you hear
Okay,
those
bet.
perspectives.
Yeah, link me up with
Like we
them.
about to do that, but they doing it already.
They
you know what I
actually
mean?
doing it.
Sure.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
man.
Well, shit, man. How can people find you guys? How can I reach into my network and help your mission?
Go to
Please plug it.
happymonkey.com. We're gonna be hiring people soon. If you ever want to be part of a new wave, this is the perfect time right now. Leave your info. We got new merch dropping, and you already know, man. Keep it real. Don't steal. Don't squeal, and life will hand you a good deal.
There you go.
Love it, man. My brother, thank you so much, man. It was a great time,
Love, man. Thank
Yo,
you for having us,
thank
You
man.
guys on the show,
Nah,
man.
man,
All love,
thank you
bro.
for reaching out. Thank you for the link up, brother.
Definitely,
We
man.
appreciate it, brother.
Definitely,
This
man.
was dope, man. We had
You
a good
already
time,
know.
man. This was
You already
natural.
know.
You see, we went on longer than we were supposed
Yeah,
to, right?
yeah. I gotta get these dudes out of here,
I ain't
man.
gotta talk about shit
So,
that we
yo,
don't usually talk
Happy
about.
Monkey, good pizza. You already know, man.
Yes, sir.
Check out my bros, man. If you're in NYC, man, these are the guys you want to check in with, man. Peace, love, good pizza. We'll see y'all next time.
Good pizza, mighty, mighty